A lot of you probably want to know how to do a cutout background. Well, this is how you do it. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the website called PicMonkey. So you go to www.picmonkey.com. PicMonkey. Hit enter. And it's going to take you to the website. Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Edit, and you're going to go to Computer and find your photo. Now, on the left side is where you'll find all your stuff, so I'm just going to go to Pictures and pick up a random photo from my own drive, and I'll just do my dog here. And typically you'll have a person. What you're going to want to do is we're going to erase everything but our main focal point, and that's going to be our dog. So to get there, what you're going to do is click on the magic wand on the left, click on it, and then you're going to get all these cool options. Some of them you won't have access to because they're for paid accounts only. But what we're doing is not paid, it's free. You go to Draw. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a white border around your subject and then white out everything else. But to make that just a little bit easier, I like to take my brush size and just make it a little bit smaller. And then the hardness, I like to soften it. If you notice as I click and drag, the edges of the circle starts to blur. That way it gives us an element of error as we go around your subject. And this one's more difficult because this is Maeve, by the way. Maeve's fur is very fluffy, so I'm probably going to cut off some of her fur. You can zoom in on the bottom left and scroll up to zoom in a little bit, and then click on the picture to zoom around. You can't necessarily really click on the picture because you've got your whiteout tool. And what you're going to do is carefully take your whiteout tool and draw it around your subject. Be very careful though. And then if you goof and you don't like what you've done, just go to this arrow here and undo a couple times, and you can fix what you've done. If you need to make your brush a little bit smaller, make it a little bit smaller. And just use your mouse and go around. Go back down here, and you can click up on the picture and continue going around. Alright, now that I've got my outline already done, I'm going to make my brush size just a little bit bigger, or a lot bigger, and I'm going to make the hardness normal, up to 100%. And now I'm going to click around the edge of the photo and get closer around that line. That way I create an even bigger buffer zone, so when I white out the rest of the photo and get rid of it, it makes it a lot easier. Now that I've made my buffer zone even bigger, then you can take your brush size and just go crazy with it, and then white out the rest of the photo that we don't want without accidentally eliminating our focal point. And so here I go, erasing everything I don't want, making it white. La la la. Alright, almost done. Be careful. May look easy, but sometimes the slip of the mouse might be a bad thing. Hit apply. There you go. Now I have my white background. Now you're going to save it, and just make sure you save it with a real name. So we'll call it, since her name is Maeve, Maeve C-O-B. And I'm going to hit save to my computer. And I'm just going to save it right now in the folder where everything else is. And then now that it's saved, I can go back to my publisher page. Say I want to do something fun where she's popping out of the story. So I'm going to show you how to do a cutout background and a text wrap. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to insert the picture, just like I do anything else. I'm going to find her right here. Double click, and there she is. Now, she's really big, so let's take the text wrap off first. And then shrink the photo just a little bit. And then what you're going to do is, to get rid of that white that we created, you want to make sure you're in Picture Tools, go to Recolor, go to Set Transparent Color, and you're going to get this little pen tool and just click it once on the white. Ta-da! Now, the problem with this is the white also made her nose disappear. That's not a good thing. So we're just going to make her a little bit smaller, move her over, and since I've got this box really big, I'm going to crop that box out. So go to Crop, and just remove as much of the rectangle as you can now that the white background is missing. And that is how you do a successful cutout background. Okay? Ta-da! Now if I wanted to have her be there, I could delete this picture here and place her right here, make it a little bit bigger, and there she is, my cutout background. Now to make it a little more professional, we could do a drop shadow. So in the picture format, you want to find shadow effects. And then pick what you think might be the best shadow effect. I like this one. I'm going to place it there. And it's really faint, but it is there. You can kind of see a ghost of a shadow right there. Alright, that is one way, or that's the only way to do a cutout background, which works.